the Mind of Money. My name is Douglas Lodmell, and we are at session 4 with economist and investment advisor Benjamin Lodmell. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So we left off last time with, you gave a specific stock that you're very encouraging now your clients to invest in, and that is Itaú, which is a Brazilian banking powerhouse. So the fundamentals are really, we're looking at the Brazil first, then the sector of the financials,
Correct.
and then the monster already leader. I mean, if you go to Brazil, Itaú's everywhere. It's like Bank of America in the United States.
Correct.
So we're not exactly talking about a risky position here.
Not at all. The risk lies in market volatility,
Right.
and letting either greed to drive your decision to sell or to buy, and fear driving your decision to sell.
Well,
That's
I'm really
what
glad you're bringing this up, because
Yeah.
this greed fear thing is basically the bane of every investor's existence.
It's exactly the wrong thing to do.
Right.
When everyone's going by, things are going up, that's when you just watch it go up.
Right.
When everyone's running and scared is when you buy. So I always say what I do is I fight clients' fear and greed.
This sounds a lot like the Warren Buffett philosophy of value investing.
Well, these are considered growth stocks. The price earnings valuations are probably a little higher than what Buffett would be buying, but then again, he was investing in a different time, in a different market. And but the philosophy, the approach that he has is absolutely solid. His joke
Understand
is,
your stock.
understand it, and that your investment horizon for him is forever.
Right.
In other words, he buys companies that produce excellent merchandise.
Right.
That's how he articulates.
He buys companies that he would happily take if
forever.
they.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So back to Brazil, if we're evaluating a marketplace, an economy that's expanding, wouldn't you rather be in an environment that is growing,
right.
than trying to bottom feed in one that's either shrinking or almost stagnant?
Well, let me go there with because I was talking to a hedge fund manager on one of our other shows here, and he made the point that far more money is made in a falling market than in a rising market. In other words, a shorting philosophy is always going to outperform a long portfolio philosophy when you're talking about trying to maximize our ROI. Help me understand what he meant by that.
Well, hedge funds began as an alternate to long investing mutual funds because they basically bet against the market or
Right.
bet against companies. And so, look, money can be made in anything.
Right.
Anything. There are people who are making money in the strangest ways. They're making profits. I happen to believe that for retail investors, I don't mean the insurance company that has 4,000 communities, computers driving their buying and selling. I mean, for individual investors, I think the only really credible way to build wealth and appreciate your capital is through long-term, long investing.
Right.
It's
Also
not,
emotionally a much
doesn't reflect
calmer way to.
It just doesn't reflect the reality of how an individual investor's mind works.
Right, to sell short.
Yeah.
And to try to catch a falling knife.
You're speculating.
Yeah.
Again, we don't buy things because we think they're going to go up. We don't sell things because we think they're going to go down. We invest.
Right.
Big difference. So back to Brazil, I think there are two other sectors that are going to shine. One of them is energy.
Sure.
And there's all this talk about, oil is out of fashion and whatnot, but it's just not. It still is the lifeblood of the world's economy.
Yeah, and if you understand oil, I mean, there was a very good point made. 1 gallon of gas is the equivalent of 500 man-hours of work. We all have this idea that somehow, I certainly no idea, oil, the price of oil, price of gas, this won't really affect my life. I just do not believe that in any sense.
Well,
it's just not true.
Oil is not just for vehicles and gas.
Right.
It is in every product in this room.
Right.
So the other thing that a lot of people don't understand is if there isn't a successful alternative source of energy, guess who's probably going to dominate the market?
The energy companies.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
the existing energy companies.
Yeah, they're not going to actually displace Petrobras
Right.
or Exxon. Exxon, are going to adopt and develop
So
technologies.
if the financial sector is the nervous system of the world's economy, then energy might be the heart.
Yeah.
It's just a very, very important. Energy makes the world go round,
Right.
and there is a energy giant. It's Petro Brazil. It's a 60% privately held company. In other words, individual investors shares, but it's 40% government, and excellent corporate governance, incredible expansive market. They're even exporters of energy, and it's a company that will succeed.
Right.
If investors have the discipline to buy on dips and to not ride the emotional flow of greed and fear as they build positions in this stock, they will appreciate their capital significantly with Petrobras.
Petrobras. And
Right.
what's the ticker for Petrobras?
PETR, I believe, on the New York ADR.
Okay.
We buy a lot of these shares on non-U.S. markets as well.